everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me for May's finished pages. Goodness sake. So I'm going to start with my members pages that we managed to complete in Romantic Country, and there is 3 this month because obviously I went away on holiday. This book's all completed with Prismacolors and Tule Art paint pens. That's how we're doing it. So I did this one before we went away on holiday, just because I thought it would be an easier page. And do you know what? I kept looking at this page and thinking, oh, it's awful, I hate it. But it was so much fun to colour. I really enjoyed doing it. So I took out the thickness of the lines. And I was going to put black lines in, like the stained glass, but I actually really like the effect that it's given with all these bright colours, just having that sort of the paler grey there. So I really went to town with the colours, as you can tell. But I love it. I really love how bright and vibrant it is, and that's not me. I don't usually do such bright, vibrant colours, but I really love how it turned out. And I've loved seeing all my lovely members' pages that they've done of it too on our Facebook group. So we did that one, and then we did... Sorry, I think I've got all my things in the right place. Oh, we did this double page spread of the Mermaid's Castle. Let me move all my other books out of the way so we can have a look properly. Yes, we did this one. This was a labour of love with all these rocks, I can tell you. So again, just Prismacolors and Tule Art paint pens. But yeah, we do have a bit of a giggle about certain things on our membership. But yeah, I made these plants look like they've got the little blisters on them. I tried to make it look like the light was coming through from the surface up this side. My little mermaid, if you can see, has sparkly hair. I put just some white spots around her to make it look sparkly. And all this metal and golds and things was really quite a challenge, but challenge accepted, and we completed it, so we're very proud of ourselves. Yeah, it's a lovely page, lovely spread, really enjoyed it. And then last but not least this month we did this gorgeous watercolour hot air balloons all in Prismas. The only thing that isn't is I went over the clouds with a little bit of acrylic, and we had a little bit of a technique to cover up Erie's black clouds. But I found the colour palette online and absolutely fell in love with it and thought this page was absolutely perfect for it. So yeah, so we went for it and just did this mix of these different colours on the page, even in the village down here. And I just love how it turned out. I love it. So we're really getting on with this book now. I think we are on, in our membership, I think we are on page is, I don't know if I've written it in here. I think we're on page 14 now. So there'll be 14 pages. So come and join us if you haven't. Come and have a look. Come and join us. There's a Facebook group that's amazing. And everyone's so lovely. So that's Romantic Country, the second tale, on my membership. And then on my Patreon we're colouring all sorts of different books. So the first one we did was Hannah Carson's, and we're doing Grains of Gold because that is a compilation book of all Hannah's favourites, and we did this gem page. Now at the moment there's no glitz and glamour and sparkles on it because I will wait till I've completed the whole book and then we'll add those bits and bobs on. Let me have a look. I think I did this in Prismas just because it was the first page. I didn't say. I haven't put it in. I think it might have been Prismas. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But we blacked out the background, put some splatters on it, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Bit of Tule Art paint pen, and nothing outrageous, just keeping it quite relaxed and simple, but so effective. I love it. So that was our first page in Grains of Gold, and we're going to keep going until these books are finished. So yeah, first page, I'm really pleased with it, love it. So there will be glitz and glamour added at some point, but it will have to be when other pages have been finished. Yeah, so that's my Patreon page in Grains of Gold. And then, of course, on the channel together, Paul Rubin sent me a set of their watercolour paints. So together we did a page in Emmanuel Collins' Coleridge Wild. And we did, yeah, this little lady together. So I was just testing out the watercolours and sort of seeing how I got on. And this sort of sprung a love of watercolours. So I'll show you in a minute my pages that I took a little watercolour journal on holiday with me and sort of had a practice. But this is on the channel if you want to have a go. It was just, literally, is just watercolour paint. No, nothing else. And I really, really love how it came out. I love how I added the very subtle green into the buds and her skin in the end. It was a bit of a trauma, but I got there in the end. Yeah, really cute. So I plan to be doing some more in Coleridge Wild, but I think I'm going to keep it as watercolour actually. So it's just perfect for it. It does buckle a little, but I mean, for the amount of water I put on it, there's not that much buckling. So yeah, really, really pleased. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, it really sort of kicked off, I want to learn how to watercolour properly. So yeah, and the paints were just beautiful. Okay, so the other book we did, or a couple of books we did on Patreon this month, is Matchstick Mouse, of course, Springtime by Morgan O'Brien. And we did this page together, our little mouse dancing in the falling, can't get my words out, people, blossoms, that's the word. And we used Black Widow pencils, and we're going to use Black Widows in this book. We've decided that that's quite a good blend, if you like. And I used a little bit of Ohuhu marker on the mouse, basically, on the mouse and whatever that is there, a little bit of brass maybe. Yeah, really, really pleased. That's our first page in this one, and thoroughly enjoyed. Oh, excuse me, thoroughly enjoyed doing it. Excuse me. And judging by the pictures in our Facebook group, you guys, my lovely patrons, did too. So, yeah, really like how it turned out, his little denim hat, or her little denim hat, as I'm reliably informed that she is a little girl. So, that was our first page in A Springtime Colouring by Morgan O'Brien. The other book my Patreons have selected is Furballs by Diane Defoe. Of course, if you followed my channel, you'll know I absolutely am in love with Diane's work. She's just incredible. So the first page we did in here was this little bike ride, this beautiful lady riding through the poppy field, and there wasn't a background, it was just these poppies here. So I added in the background, the little bushes, and like a sunrise or a sunset, however we wanted it to be. And I would never normally colour anything black, but once I've done her bike and trying to fit everything in, and knowing that there was cherries on her top, it's like, well, how am I going to colour it? So I went for a black, and I think it actually really works. I'm really pleased with how the background came out, considering, like I say, there wasn't one, it was just blank. It was just these few grasses at the back here. So we kept this subtle down here, where she's riding on, made the stones look like they were, you know, not just flat, and then added these hills in the background, and I'm super pleased with how it turned out. Actually, I really like it. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous page. I can't wait to do more in here. So we've got membership that is helping to support my channel and keeping me going, and also Patreon. And I couldn't continue as I was with working and everything going on. So it's with thanks to my members and Patreons and all your support that I'm able to do what I love doing. So thank you so much for it. And so we've got membership, which is a bit cheaper, and then we've got Patreon, which I'm planning now to add extra bits to, and you know, be more interactive with everyone. So it's really exciting times for the channel. So that was our Diane Defoe page. And then I was going to show you my watercolours, if you don't mind. So I got a couple of little journals. Trudy, my beautiful friend, bought me this journal for my birthday, and so I was following tutorials and found these little birds. They're so cute, so I had to have a go. So I did the little birds, just wet on wet, and then put the little cartoon like tree in around them, and I was so excited, so thrilled about it, that I just want to keep going. So yeah, I'm really excited about watercolouring. There are more pages to come, folks, but I just wanted to show you these quickly. I hope you don't mind. But yeah, really love how these turned out. They're just, if you put them in tutorials on easy watercolour birds, these come up, and they're just little wet circles, and then you drop colours in that you think might blend. And I used my beautiful Kuretake Art Nouveau set that I received for my birthday from my members. So I used that, and yeah, I love how it turned out. It's just so cool. So then I couldn't take an awful lot away with me on my break because we only had a tiny little car. So I took this pad, and I haven't even took the things off, but I was practicing doing washes of colour for backgrounds, and if I peel that back you can see, like, you get it's going to rip the page because I need to heat it up, but different colours to do different times of day. So I might put like just a little tree or something on there, and just sort of liven that, jazz that up and make it have a purpose other than just squares of colour. But yeah, I think that's my favourite. And that one came out really nicely. So that's that. Just simple. And then I got this little journal, which is gorgeous. And I did, while I was away on holiday, I did this little scene. Just some hills, mountains, and a watercolour sky, which I was really proud of for a first attempt, actually. I've never done anything like that before. So I was really quite proud of that. And then I did a couple of like grasses, a nighttime one, and then a sunrise or sunset one with grasses in it. Really pleased with how they turned out, apart from my tape failed, so I'm going to have to put some white acrylic down there, I think. And then I was doing this one before we came home, so I hadn't called it finished, but looking at it now, it's really got that sort of watercolour effect, so I might just leave it. I might just put a few trunks in there, maybe. I don't know. But I just, yeah, something about doing landscapes that's very relaxing. So I'm learning. It's just a bit of fun that is just really sort of sparking something in me that I'm thoroughly enjoying. So, yeah. So anyway, that's my my little watercolour adventure so far. And then, let me see, we coloured together on the channel. We did Harry Potter, and this is the Watercolour Magic book. And together we coloured or painted Hedwig. So you get, in this book, you get little lessons, and it uses the, I was going to say Faber-Castell, it uses the Cotman paints, Winsor & Newton Cotman paints, and tells you what colours to use, and then you follow the lesson along and produce the artwork. So we did Hedwig together, and I couldn't help myself. I went a bit rogue and did some different bits and pieces on him, but I love how he turned out. This is a fabulous book. I love it. Yeah, so there'll be more coming in there. So learning lots of watercolour techniques. And then I think that's last. Yeah, I think we've seen them all apart from Grazy, these people that I just reviewed their pencils because they do them in open stock. So I did a review on their pencils and their beautiful colouring kits, and I promised that I would take away this page and test out the pencils and see how they came out. So this is Mama Bunny, and this is done with Grazy pencils, apart from the background, which is just a watercolour wash, and the grass behind Bunny. Everything else is done with the Grazy pencils. This paper is Stonehenge paper they use on their kits, and oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. It absolutely loves pencils. These pencils, you do get a bit of a crumble, but they are fabulous. They are absolutely incredible pencils. I loved working with them. They're really, really nice. They're $39 for 72 set, and then you can buy individual ones for less than less than $1, sorry. So I was so impressed. And this kit came with 2 pictures. There's another picture which I will get to colouring too, but I did go a bit rogue with my strawberries, and I just put a deeper colour in there. Everything else, rabbit, flowers, leaves, is just exactly as they as the colour combinations suggested you should do it. I just deepened up the strawberries a little bit. But I'm thrilled to bits with how it turned out, actually. I think it's a really cool page. Yeah, just love it. So I'm going to get their... they've got a landscape one, so I want to go and get that. But the shipping to the UK is quite pricey. So, excuse me. It's quite pricey, so I have to make sure that I've got the order in place that I want before, you know, have I got enough, is what I'm saying. So that is all the pages that I managed in May. I am just on the cusp of being able to do this as my full-time job. And that's, like I say, with thanks from all of you guys, all my Patreons and my members. I can't thank you enough. So, God willing, and fingers crossed, I will be able to produce much more and, yeah, and just enjoy life a little bit better. So that is all our pages that we did. So if you're interested in any of the members or Patreon books that we're currently colouring in, there'll be a link down in the description box. I'm sorry to keep going on about it, but it's so important to me at the moment, you know, to build this family, this community. Anyway, I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked what you see, and I will be back this week at some point with a colour with me, so keep an eye out for that one. All right, my lovely friends, thank you for joining me, and until we meet again in the very near future, take really good care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.